pretty good. She's going to steer us on a safe course behind the scenes of our working production center, and we're off like a herd of turtles. Here we go. Now, we here at the Disney-MGM Studios have sound stages, outdoor sets, state-of-the-art editing and sound studios, pretty much everything we need to produce TV shows and films. We're going to take you through all those departments tonight I should say, and perhaps we'll get a chance to see a production crew live at work. By the way, those of you making your own productions, you're free to take as much film and video as you like on this part of the tour, but there are a couple restricted areas on part 2. They'll let you know which ones are. Until then, shoot away, especially of your first photo opportunity high in the sky off to the right. That's the symbol of the Disney-MGM Studios. It's our award-winning Earful Tower. Now that stands 13 stories tall. Well, actually, some people say it's 14, but that's just another story. Sorry. Anyway, that set of mouse ears up there weighs 16. The classic black car there with the green spoke wheels is from The Untouchables with Sean Connery and Kevin Costner. The souped-up Camaro there is from the Road Warrior, and you might recognize the orange Coyote sports car. That's from Hardcastle and McCormick, the TV series. But off to the left, we're going by one of our production bungalows, which house some of the offices for production teams currently at work here at the studios. Bungalow number 1 is Divorce Court. Bungalow number 2 is Dick Clark Productions doing the new Let's Make a Deal show. He's retired himself out in front of this Midwestern-style house from the recent touchstone comedy Ernest Saves Christmas, starring that Shakespearean actor Jim Varney. And then off to the left, you see this beige house. You might recognize it. Lady in the front row got it here. It's the Golden Girls house. We shoot the exterior shots for the Golden Girls here in Orlando. Then we edit them together with the interior footage shot on sound stages out in Burbank, California, to give you the finished product you see every Saturday night. Now, once a house has been chosen for a production, set designers come in and add props and set dressings to give the house a more lived-in look. Take a look off to the left, our Muppet Studios construction fence. Wow. Now, that's where the Muppet Studios are going to be, obviously. In a few months, that's where Kermit, Miss Piggy, and the rest of the gang are going to take movie making to a whole new dimension. Muppet Vision 3D is going to feature all the latest filmmaking top secrets from Muppet Lab. I'll tell you something, I get kind of nervous when I talk about this because we're really not supposed to be in here tonight, because they've been doing some tests in here on some really dangerous special effects for this film. We're just going to come in and see the rain sequence real quick, and then we got to get right out of here because, like I say, we don't have much time. So we're just going to stop real quick and get right out. But the canyon itself here is modeled after an actual canyon out in California. It took over 6 months to build. And the truck that you see up in the middle, that's a prime example of a large-scale prop you'd find in the boneyard. We couldn't very well drive it up there, though, since there's no road. So we had to hoist it over the canyon wall with a crane and then set it in place. And then I think they set the parking brake. Not sure about that. Anyway, you remember I was telling you we can even recreate the weather, right? Well, see, this picture calls for a torrential downpour, but time is money in movie making. You can't wait around for Mother Nature to start raining. So you gotta have your own rain ready to fall when those cameras are ready to roll. So we create our own rain here. By the way, this is where you get wet right now. With high-powered rain spouts located overhead just out of the camera's range, and throw the water outward in a circular pattern so to give it a natural windswept look. See, you guys didn't get that wet, did you? All right. Time to let's go. They better have it here. The earthquake seat. Oh my God! Everybody stay seated. Holy mackerel! Ain't trying. They're filming the earthquake seat. Oh my gosh! Everybody! Holy mackerel! I don't know what we're gonna do. We can't get out of here. We got fires off to the right back there. Oh, that's awesome. Judge Doom created to kill Roger and Jessica and all the tunes? Tanya, what are you doing? Oh, he's out of diction. Well, it took our set designers over a year and a half to design and construct the sets here on New York Street. And while the bricks and stonework may look real, actually they're made out of styrofoam fiberglass and a thin layer of cement that's hand-painted and aged to make it look like it's been around for decades. Like this theater here, looks kind of like it might have been around during the heyday of the world's greatest and most famous detective, Dick Tracy. Now, speaking of... Oh, what is this? Wow.
And now, it's time once again for Dick Tracy's Crime Stoppers.
It was a hot summer day in the city. The kind of a day when your shoes melt into the pavement if you stand in one place too long. But he wasn't thinking of the heat when Four Eyes Delancey stepped out of the corner car. He was one of Big Boy Caprice's favorites. Four Eyes specialized in explosives. As he walked, Four Eyes clutched a suspicious package under his arm. Before long, he was near the station house on 8th Street. Most criminals would never come this close to a police station voluntarily. But Four Eyes didn't care. He had a score to settle. It was clear he was up to no good. About that time, Officer Sweeney stepped out of the station. He was headed for his squad car to begin his patrol. Immediately, he noticed Four Eyes lingering by the hood and called for him to halt. Hearing a ticking sound from under the hood, Officer Sweeney knew that every citizen was in danger. He blew his whistle and shouted for everyone to get out of the area. Officer Sweeney couldn't save his squad car, but he did put Four Eyes where he belongs, behind bars.
Tune in again next time.